I would go stay with him at like some of his friends' house and like sleep on the floor just to be
With
by him. I was missing class. I like was missing work. Like I like, like my whole like head just got bust wide open. Like I was like I had felt like completely in love. Like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to school.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Jay. I'm sitting here with Joe.
What's up, y'all? I have my non-alcoholic beer because I love beer, but I don't drink liquor, so I just drink non-alcoholic beer.
I don't have anything today. I'm still recovering from my procedure, so
He's pregnant.
I'm still recovering from my procedure, so I can't drink anything for right now. So today, Joe is gonna share with you guys the story of his first love, how they met, where did he live, how did things go, how did it start, how did it end, good, the bad, the ugly, and the interesting.
Oh, you going that deep?
I mean, why not?
All right, so where would you like me to start?
I would like for you to start. First of all, where were you living at the time?
Tallahassee.
How old were you?
I think I was like 18 or 19, because I graduated high school at 17.
Okay.
So
Smart.
I mean, I didn't get I didn't skip a grade. Just that my birthday falls like in a month where I could start school earlier than some people because of how my birthday falls.
So I'll take that back. You're not smart.
I actually am really smart, but I'm just saying it's not like I skipped grades, so I didn't graduate at 17 because I skipped grades. I just graduated at 17 because that's just how it went.
Got you.
So I went straight into college. I think I took like the summer off, and I went straight into college. Had almost like a full scholarship, which I lost. That's a whole nother story. But so I was either 18 or 19. I just can't remember at what point I met him.
Okay. Do you remember how you guys met?
Yes.
Okay, share with the people. What was that story like?
So I had this friend at the time, and we were pretty close. I could say we were probably, we were definitely like best friends back then. And there was this guy that he was liking. So
Water.
At this point, I was staying off campus and like renting a house. I can't remember like if I'm pretty sure I had roommates because I couldn't afford it by myself. So one night he was like, "Oh, Joe, I have this guy that I'm liking or whatever." I don't remember this verbatim, but basically like he had this guy he was liking, and he was gonna come over with the guy, and he was gonna bring his friend. The guy wanted to bring his friend with him.
So your roommate was gay?
Well, no, my roommate, it was one of my friends, like my best friend. He wasn't my roommate. I just said I had a roommate. He wasn't my roommate. He just didn't want to take the guy to his house.
So your best friend was gay?
Yeah.
And you were not at the time? Well, you're not out at the time?
I was not like out, but this is like my first love, so I think you're confusing me. I was out. I just wasn't like, this is like the first guy like I fell for.
Okay.
I'm getting confused on what we're talking about. But so this is the first guy I fell for. So he came over with the guy who he was liking, and then the guy brought his friend. So I was being like a bitch. Like I was just like rude and just like, because the guy was flirting with me, and I was just like paying him dust. Like he was like trying to talk to me, and I was just like very uninterested.
You rude? No. No.
That happens. But I was very uninterested, and he was talking, and I think I can't remember. I think my best friend and the guy that he was talking to ended up going like in a room or going somewhere, but I feel like we end up being like in the living room by ourselves. And then some kind of way we just kept talking, and some kind of way he kind of like, I guess got me to not be such an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation starts like being more and more interesting. And at that time, I actually had a girlfriend. Like,
Okay.
I was in a whole relationship with a girl.
Was she black?
She was black.
Was he black?
Yeah, he was black.
Okay.
And that could have been why I was being such like an asshole. Because at that point I had already messed around with guys, but I had also, because I was like going back and forth, so I had end up with a girlfriend. So I think like we just kept talking. I think they ended up leaving. I don't remember everything clearly, but I think they ended up coming back like a second night or something, and then we started talking more, and I started being a lot more interested in what he was talking about. And then I think like we ended up going in my room. So I'm pretty sure it was like kissing and like stuff like that. And I don't think we had sex at that point, but I'm pretty sure it was like kissing. I don't even think we did like any oral or anything.
Was he older than you?
Yeah, he was older than me, and I think his birthday was like a couple of days after mine or before mine. So then we just started like hanging around each other all the time. I eventually broke up with the girl I was with, so I pretty much broke up with a girl to be with a guy. I never told her why I broke up with her. I just told her that I forgot how I broke up with her, but I pretty much just told like, it couldn't go on. And it was like long distance, not saying that that's an excuse, but it was a long distance relationship. Mm-hmm. So I eventually like broke up with her. So then I really started like, being into this guy more. So I had like my own place to stay, and I would go stay with him at like some of his friends' house and like sleep on the floor just to be by him. I was missing class. I like was missing work. Like I like my whole like head just got bust wide open. Like I was like, I had felt like completely in love. Like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to school. That's really one of the reasons why I lost my scholarship. Because I just got so like into him that I didn't want to do anything else but be around him.
And at this time, had y'all had not had sex?
I'm pretty sure at some point we had sex. I can't remember exactly when, but we definitely ended up having sex.
Okay.
And it was going really good for like a good while. And then at some point, I don't know what happened, he just started like not trusting me. And I actually didn't cheat on this guy. Like I have cheated before, and I did leave the girl I was with to be with him, but I had never cheated on him. But also along with that, so there was a lot of gay people that was coming around, because he had like a lot of gay friends.
So he was openly like
out. He was very, very out. Okay. He had like a lot of gay friends. And some of them wasn't even his friends. He's just like a lot of people knew him.
He was like a popular person.
He was very popular. Oh, he wasn't even in the school. He didn't go to the school. He was just in Tallahassee.
Okay.
So I think I feel like what happened, and I can't remember the story completely clear because it's been like
a long time.
It's been
years.
Yeah, like over 25 years or something. It's been a minute. So I do remember one incident where this guy saw me in the mall with another friend of mine, or with somebody. There was somebody I was in the mall with, and it wasn't like me cheating. I wasn't talking to anybody. He just saw me in the mall. So he went back and told the guy that I was talking to, like, oh, I saw Joe in the mall. He looked like he was nervous. He was with some guy, something like that. So then I think at that point is when he stopped trusting me, and he literally believed what the guy said, and basically like started like telling me I was a cheater and he doesn't trust me, and like cursing me out. It had got like really bad, and I think from that point on, it just turned into constant like arguments. Like we couldn't even go like, I don't know, over 2 or 3 days without getting into like a heated argument. And I think it all revolved around him not trusting me. So him not trusting me led to him getting into arguments with me, then me getting into arguments with him, then me not wanting to be around him. And then eventually, if I remember correctly, I ended it. or maybe he ended it, or maybe we both decided to just end it because it just got so toxic.
Yeah.
Like it was never like any like physical abuse from what I remember, but it was a bunch of like mental abuse, and it was coming from both of us.
Right.
And I also feel like we were so much alike, like as in like how we react to situations, how like you know how we think, because our birthdays was very, very close. I think within like a couple of days. And so I think we had like a lot of this, not even think, I know we had a lot of the same traits. And it just got like really bad. But he definitely was the first person that I fell for. But I think he fucked that up, not me.
So how long, like what's the time frame from start to finish were you guys in a relationship?
The sad thing is I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure I feel like it was over a year, because we was like traveling together. Like I was going places with him. This is the first. So when I met him, I was like really just like complete just boy. I didn't know the gay lingo. Like I didn't know what like trade meant. I didn't know. Like it was a lot of gay lingo back then. I can't even remember all of it. I'm pretty sure if I hear it, I'll know. But I feel like they was talking a completely different language.
Yeah.
Like I was just like in the room with a bunch of gay people, and they were just talking, and I just didn't even understand half of the conversation.
It can't be like a whole new language.
Because
Yeah.
I was just like sitting there, just like so lost. Like, what are these people saying? And they was just like talking. And then there was a lot of guys who used to hit on me, because there was a lot of that. You know, they act like they were cool with him, but then when they get around me, without him around, they were like flirt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that like kind of played into his mental. But yeah, so what was your question? Though I think it was pretty sure we were together for over a year. I just can't remember the actual time. And everybody knew we were together. Like, cause Tallahassee is not that big.
Right.
So, and it was only like one main gay black club. So pretty much everybody kind of knew we were together.
And at that point, you had not come out to your family?
I don't think I had came out yet. I'm pretty sure I didn't come out yet. And then, so this is how I got into like putting like mascara on my eyebrows, because he used to do it. That's where I got that from. Yes, I put mascara on my eyebrows. Not every day, but just to darken, just to darken the hair up sometimes, because my eyebrows are really light. And sometimes I put it on like, you know, my beard and stuff. Just mascara, you know.
Just a little enhancement.
Just a little black mascara.
Just a little enhancement. There's nothing wrong with an enhancement.
It's not like I'm putting on foundation or anything. It's just mascara.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got into that. He used to do my hair. Back then I thought I was a model. He took like photography, model pictures of me. You remember that one I have in my parents' house? Mm-hmm. There's one where I'm like kind of like bent over, and I have like this, like it looks like I'm naked, and I have like this thing wrapped around me. Yeah. He took that picture. So it was like really cool, but it just got like really toxic.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, the funny thing is we've never had this conversation, because it just was never like a topic of a conversation to talk about. But now, since you know we're doing YouTube and we're coming up with things to talk about, this came up.
Okay. And so did he live in the area? I know he lived in Tallahassee, but is he like local now, or you don't know?
I don't know where he lives at now. So I think what happened was, I feel like he came to Tallahassee to visit, and then he ended up not leaving. That's why I think he was staying at some of his friends' house. And I would always go over there just to be with him. Because I think what happened was he came and he just didn't leave because we started talking. But if I remember correctly, he could have lived in Atlanta or somewhere. He was definitely older than me. Not that much older, maybe like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
Do you still remember his name?
I do.
I'm not going to ask you his name.
I definitely do.
I'm not going to ask you his name.
But I haven't talked to him in I don't even know how long. I don't even know where he's at.
Do you remember
what
how he
he's doing.
looks?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he looks like now, but I remember how he looked back then.
And so, did you guys have any mutual friends together besides the one guy?
Well, the one guy who was my friend wasn't his friend. He just was.
He was a friend of the person he brought.
Yeah. No, he was trying to talk to the person that he brought.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much, that's how I ended up meeting a bunch of gay people in Tallahassee, was through that person that I was with.
Gotcha.
Because he knew a lot of gay people, and I was very, I guess, green, I guess, or whatever. Like, I just was very new to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really like into going like the clubs. It was just a bunch of stuff. Like, I would say, you know how people say, like, you know, there's somebody that kind of teach you a lot about the community and like how the gay world works.
Yeah.
I would say that was him to me. Even though we were dating, like, he taught me a lot about, you know, just being in this lifestyle. Because just a lot of stuff I just didn't know.
Right. Okay. And so I know he kind of messed up schooling for you after you guys.
Well, I don't want to say he messed it up.
Well, not the situation.
I made that choice.
The situation, but after you guys decided to part ways, did everything get back on track with you?
No, by that time I had already messed up my schooling so bad. Like, I think I flunked out like an entire semester. Yeah, I got really caught up in the gay world, the gay lifestyle, and school just wasn't important to me no more. And I just felt like I was just like so in love, and I just always wanted to be with him.
Yeah.
Was it the smartest decision? No. Do I regret it? No.
That happens.
But I still ended up going back to school, graduating at the top of my class, getting a degree in computer science, and you know, been doing pretty good with my degree. So I was able to go back and get it back on track. So there's never too late to go back to school.
Never too late.
Because I definitely flunked out completely and lost my full scholarship. Well, almost a full scholarship. There was some part I had to pay for.
And after you guys had broke up initially, or part ways initially, did you ever run into him anytime after that, or once that was?
Yeah, it got really weird because so a lot of the people I knew through him, because like I said, like, he introduced me to a lot of the gay people. So even like some of the people that I had like kind of built like bonds with were still friends with him or knew him because I had kind of met them through him.
Yeah.
And then I think we tried like the whole getting back together thing at one point, but it just went back to the whole arguments and stuff, so it didn't really work out, so we just ended it again. I can't remember the time frame, but I do know at one point, I do remember, not sometimes you just remember like certain situations.
Yeah.
So I remember one situation where I went to the club one night and he was with his new boy or new guy or something. And I was so pissed because I feel like he was just like putting it in front of my face like, hey bitch.
I got a new boy and a nigga Trey. He ain't play with you.
I was not happy.
He ain't play with you.
And then I think I started like talking to other people and I started kind of doing the same thing, like, you know, bringing them out. And then I don't really know how we eventually stopped communicating, but eventually we just stopped communicating. I don't know if it was when I left Tallahassee or maybe way before. And then like I think like every blue moon I would hear about him. Like one time I saw him, I think on whatever social media was out then. I can't remember what it was, or if there was a social media. I saw him somewhere, or somebody showed me a picture or something. I can't remember, but I don't even know where he is, what he does, anything like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
But it was definitely an interesting time because I was definitely new to the gay scene. So like I said, I learned a lot, but I don't regret it because it was a really nice relationship outside of all the toxic mental back and forth abuse from the both of us. But I don't regret it, and I feel like it made me partly made me who I am today.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Pertaining to that?
No, I mean, I think I know enough.
You know enough.
I know enough. You learn things new every day.
That is fucking true.
Mm-hmm. My husband was a hoe. I'm just playing.
I was though.
Ooh.
Not then, but I've definitely had my hoish moments.
We've all
in
had
life.
our hoish moments. Trust me.
So if anybody ever decide to come out and be like, oh, back in the day, da 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 da, well, don't matter. I'll tell it myself. So
Yeah, we've all had our hoish moments. I know I've had mine.
So yeah, so on that note, you guys have heard my first love story, which is been so long ago that it's a lot of stuff I just don't remember, but
Next time I'll tell you guys mine.
I'm looking forward to hearing this. Which I actually know some of this, but I don't know. We've never went into like full
detail.
detail.
Yeah, but you know who it is, and you know
I definitely know who it is.
a lot about the
Yeah.
thou shall not be named. But yeah, mine is coming up next, so be on the lookout.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment,
Share,
all that good stuff.
and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to show a friend to tell a friend again.
All that.
And for this, we thank ya.
And by the way, thank you guys for subscribing. I think we just got to 70 subscribers, which if you're watching this, you're probably like 70 subscribers. What is that?
I mean, we're new here,
We are.
so this is new for us.
Yeah, so for us, that's like a big number. So,
Yeah.
Maybe in a year's time, we'll look back and be like, oh, remember when we reached 70 subscribers? But, right now, that's all we have. So,
70 is the number.
yeah. So, thank you. We do appreciate it.
Y'all can help us get 70 more.
Or you're going to have us get 7,000 more.
Whatever works.
But you got to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
To show a friend, to tell a friend, and show a friend again.
Yeah. Well, all right. On that note, peace out. How do you think that went, darling?
I think it was cool beans.
I tried to be open.
Give me that controller.
You probably gonna get back to him. He's probably gonna be like, "You bitch."
No, the bed remote. What's his name?